we've just appointed architects to master plan the scheme, and they're working with us now to produce designs for the former MOD site. But Curo is also looking at the Foxhill estate next door, so we're looking to produce a vision and a master plan which covers not just the MOD site, but that for the whole of the Foxhill area. The point we've reached now is that we're just about to hold our first design workshop with residents. We have that on Saturday the 1st of February, and we have approximately 40 stakeholders and Foxhill estate residents coming to work with the architects to put forward their ideas in terms of the designs for the new scheme. And we have a couple more design workshops planned through February and March, and on the 11th and 12th of April we're planning to show the first set of proposals to the public. We're going to get feedback and take their comments on the scheme up to that point, and then we're going to carry on working. There are more design workshops leading up to the presentation of final master plan proposals in middle of July. And if there is support and endorsement for what we're proposing, then we're looking to carry on and submit a planning application for the overall scheme sometime in October 2014. And the timetable from there is that we hope we'll secure planning by sometime around July 2015. If we're able to do that, we should be able to get on site in 2016, and we hope the first buildings will be complete in 2017. So the new Foxhill will start to emerge from that point onwards.
There is, I understand, nothing stopping you starting to remove the old Foxhill now. Demolition is due to start soon.
That's correct. We have planning consent already to demolish the existing buildings on the site. They're generally 1- and 2-storey buildings of no particular distinction. There's no case for retaining them. They do have asbestos inside them, so we have to be careful how we remove that. We're just letting the demolition contract now, and the first part of the contract will involve removing the asbestos, which we need to do carefully and sensitively, and the second part of the contract involves demolishing the buildings. And we're going to keep most of the hardcore on site so we can reuse the rubble in building the new development on site. So that should be finished in about July or August 2014.
I don't think there are going to be very many people complaining about removing 2-storey red brick buildings, but there are, I'm sure, a lot of people very concerned to know that in some shape or form the memory of what happened in Foxhill from the war years onwards is preserved in some way. Is Curo sensitive to that?
Curo is very interested in documenting the history of the site. We took a lot of photographs of the site to document the buildings after the MOD had vacated the site. And we're setting up an oral history project working with Bath Spa University to try and gather people's recollections of what it was like to work for the Ministry of Defence, and to get them to talk about their experiences, what they worked on, the experiences they can talk about. They're allowed to, but we understand that there were some quite secret research projects carried out on the site, and as far as possible we'd like to get people to talk about what they did and how they did it on the site. We think it's an important part of the experience of the area. We want to document that, and we want that to be part of Bath's own heritage. So there's nothing worth retaining in terms of the buildings, but we think the memories are important in terms of passing that on to the next generation.
During the Cold War period, I understand there was a lot of work being done there with missile systems like Polaris.
So we understand. We believe that Trident and Polaris, some aspects of those programs were worked on here in Bath, and there was a huge range of secret and other activity carried out for the Admiralty. We'll know more once we've completed the oral history project, I guess.
Ian, what can we say about how people make contact with you if they want to be aware of consultation meetings? And I know you're keen to hear from anybody who has something to say, or indeed if they have memories of working there or of being involved with the site in some way. Is the best advice that they keep an eye on the Curo website? Or?
I think that's the best place to go. We have a dedicated area of the Curo website for Foxhill, and we're putting on that all the newsletters that go out, all the material that we're generating through the design process will go on the website, and it really is the place to go to get up-to-date information. In addition to that, we're sending out newsletters to about 3,000 households in the neighbourhood. We're in the process of setting up a very extensive consultation structure. We're setting up a panel for residents. We've just had our first meeting, and we've had residents come forward for that. We're setting up a group for stakeholders, and we're also setting up a legacy board, which will involve residents, local community groups, and council members. Local councillors will be involved, as well as council officers. So we're looking to set up a consultation structure that will allow people to be involved in helping develop the proposals so that they can contribute their ideas.